world of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Wasted World of Sports, ahoy! Are we on? Yes, nice. How's everybody doing? This Easter long weekend continues. More rugby league action coming at you. I'll let that music play. Play that music, DJ. Ahoy, Wasted World of Sports, welcome along to what is going to be a very intriguing game. But before we get into that, chat room, how are we doing? J. Joe, Resentful for Life, James, welcome along. Who else is there? If I scroll up a little bit, UFC, welcome along. I don't know who to pick in this one, I really don't. There's pressure on South Sydney, obviously. Pressure. Well, before we get into that, Wasted World of Sports All-Stars are back. Yes, I know that some of you, and thank you so much for it, but some of you have renewed your YouTube channel membership. For those of you who are unaware what that even is, on the channel, if you go to the Wasted World of Sports YouTube channel, there will be, it might even be on the video page, I'm really not sure. But if you go to the, I should know these things. But if you go to the channel, it's definitely there. There is a join button where you can, I think I set it up I set it up to be, I think it's $1.50 or something like that. $1.50. And you get to join the Wasted World of Sports All-Stars squad. So thank you very much there to each and every one of you. James, of course, is there as the top super chatter in YouTube. We've also got Dustin, one of our American friends, the Dustin Fisher. Richard J, Mr. Ed's Dead, Who's Your Caddy, Robert M, Vobsy, Kelly, and DJ Shaq. Resentful for Life. You're a Christian, are you? So this week's going to be fire. There you go. I'll tell you something. I'm sure that he won't mind me sharing this information. I'll share something with you. The old Panther, my dad, who does the Sunday afternoon Generations vodcast with me, is actually a Christian pastor. Boy, aren't I the black sheep of the family, right? An actual pastor. What does your son do? He gets completely shit-faced and talks bollocks on YouTube. We're so proud. Anyways, welcome along, everybody. J. Joe, you're having trouble with game 2. Should be a close game 1. I'm thinking we'll be high scoring with the Bunnies taking it in the last 15 minutes by 2. Oh, all right. Anyways, Wasted World of Sports All-Stars. Cheers. Thank you to all those channel members. And you will notice the channel members in the chat room because they've got the little Wasted World of Sports badge next to their name. I'm sure if you're active on YouTube, you know all about channel memberships, and I probably don't need to explain it to you anyway, but just in case. All right, so this game, yes, I'm very torn. I feel like the Bulldogs, whilst they are finding their feet, they've been finding their feet for, the past 3 years? 4 years? But whilst they are improving, and they're definitely improving very noticeably, I feel like that win the other week might be just a little bit overstated. And what I mean by that, think about how that game started. Think about that pass that AJ Brimson threw unnecessarily to Kieran Foran standing beside him, just to get that feel-good moment. I think Brimson will look back on that and realise, hey, I could have just fallen over the line and we would have been out in front nice and early. I mean, that was one of the first plays of the game. It was only a couple of minutes in. It could have been a completely different ball game if he doesn't do that. So, where would the Bulldogs have gone from there? Who knows? We'll never know, because AJ Brimson, the great big galoot that he is, threw the pass, went for the feel-good moment, and it didn't pay off. Bulldogs ended up with a quite comfortable victory. The Bunnies, though, they're in turmoil. Pressure's on. When the pressure is on, I've noticed something. When the pressure is on, whether it be at origin level, whether it be at club level, there are some players there that stand up pretty well continuously. When there's talk behind the scenes and people are talking, Latrell is under the pump. Cody Walker, is he up to it? Cameron Murray, is he a leader? Damien Cook, how's his form? There's a lot of star players there that when they're questioned, when they're seriously questioned, they pull out a big game. And it could just be the day that they all pull out a big game together as one. Rod Walker, ahoy, mate. Happy long weekend. Beer o'clock. It's always beer o'clock. Cheers, mate. Oh, James, that was ridiculous. I blew up big time. I'm actually going to do a YouTube short of my reaction to that from the live stream. Yeah, I blew up big time. I'm pretty sure, I dare say that every other commentator who saw it blew up about it as well. An absolute ridiculous call. Yeah. Anyway, don't get me started on that. Again, I went on about it for about 5 minutes or more yesterday. Crazy, crazy call. So I do feel like the Bunnies could pull it out tonight for those reasons. Bulldogs, that victory, it's against the Titans, so maybe a little bit overstated. They are on the improve, though. But for South, this is pure desperation. If South Sydney do not win this game, I don't even want to speculate on what happens from here. James, you're a tad hungover, are you? Didn't get home until 5 a.m. Jeez. What were you up to? Were you out at Panthers Leagues Club again? Sitting on the pokies. Kieran Douglas. Ahoy there, mate. Well, welcome along. No, you weren't. You were at the Parramatta Leagues Club. Gotcha. I'm determined that you were at a Leagues Club somewhere. You were at the Broncos Leagues Club. Ah, geez, you should have given me a buzz. I mean, you don't know my phone number, but you could have given me a buzz on Discord. Dan, I'm over at Red Hill, mate. Come and have a bit of beer, you say? I'll be there. All right, I'll calm down now. Hello from Ireland. Go South Sydney. Welcome along, Kieran. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly as well. I should know this, being part Irish. Yeah, so I am leaning slightly towards South Sydney today. I've changed my mind about 5 times throughout the course of the week, at least 5. Oh, yeah, never, ever, ever, ever. I'm sure you know this very well, James, but you went ahead and did it anyway. You never, if you're going to mix, never finish on the vodka. I learned that lesson the hard way many times. You never finish on the vodka. Start on the vodka, that's fine. Never finish on the vodka. You know what else? For me, anyway, this could just be a personal thing, but finishing on the wines. Sometimes if I run out of other stuff, I'll have like a bottle of wine in the rack, ready to roll. Yeah, bad move. Bad move finishing on a bottle of wine. You wake up the next day just feeling like death. But anyway, is this the way... Is this wasted world of sports, or is this wasted world of drinking habits? I suppose it's both, really, isn't it? The countdown to kickoff is on in this one. Rabbitohs, Bulldogs. I'm still not completely sold. I'm really not. Anyway, I'll pick and stick. I'll stay with the bunnies for now. How long have we got? A few minutes till kickoff. There is still time for me to change my mind if I so choose. Same game multi on this one. I've gone 3 legs. Well, actually, I'll tell you what I have done. I've combined legs tonight. So this 3-leg multi, I've placed it on its own, but I've also packaged it with a 3-leg multi on the Broncos-Cowboys game. So I have a 6-leg multi going on. But I've just singled it out for the purposes of this game. So keep that in mind. If this gets up, it also contributes to a much bigger overall multi. Speaking of which, if anyone's seen on the Discord, there is a baseball chat channel. I have posted in there. I'm currently writing out a multi on the baseball. It was opening day today on Major League Baseball, and I'm currently waiting for a cash-out offer. Oh, that's not the greatest. Okay, they've given me a cash-out offer of $851.92. My potential winnings, if I let it ride for one more leg, 1,758. I'm actually really disappointed in that cash-out offer. 851, like it's basically half. They're basically offering me half, but I've only got 1 leg left. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. There needs to be an investigation. Okay, I've just transformed into Jeff Tuvey. That's an insulting offer when there's 1 leg left. But then again, we all know what happens with the final leg, don't we? The final leg always lets us down. Rod Walker, ahoy there, mate. Welcome along, teams getting ready to come out onto the field here. The final leg is for the Atlanta Braves to beat the Philadelphia Phillies, which actually, in all honesty, is a true 50-50 game. If I let it ride, I should stream it in the morning because I will be a goddamn nervous wreck. It will be the most intense. That's basically doubling my money. It was a $1 bet as well. This is the ridiculous thing. It was a $1 bet. This is why I don't care so much about the cash out. I mean, turning $1 into 851 would be nice, but if I get that final leg, it's 1,700. That's a really insulting cash out offer. Do better, Sportsbet. Do better. So yes, I need the Atlanta Braves to beat the Philadelphia Phillies tomorrow. It's not until tomorrow morning. I've got time to sit on it and have a think about it and see what I want to do. But that's a really insulting cash out offer. It really is. But we have bad experiences with the final legs here on the Wasted World of Sports, don't we? So if you're on the Discord and you're interested in checking out the rest of the legs that I had on that, because it was a 12-legger, 12-leg tipping on the Major League Baseball. Check that out in the baseball chat on our Discord server. Teams are out on the field now for this one. Bunnies, Bulldogs. I've been talking for long enough that I've had no chance at all to change my tip, so it looks like I'm going for the Rabbitohs. We're locked in with the Rabbitohs. James, oh, KFC Family Feast. Nice. James is like, Dan, cash out. That's not the first time he said that as well. He's cash out, mate, cash out. Well, actually, the thing to do... I think you're right, James. I reckon the thing to do here, the smart decision, would be cash out, take the $850, and then maybe dedicate $150 of it to some other bet. I'll have a think about it because we're underway here. Bunnies and Bulldogs. It's way too late to change tips now. We're locked in. We are on board with the Bunnies. We've got three-leg multi, Latrell Mitchell, Viliami kick-out, and Cameron Murray anytime try scorers. And it is the Bulldogs' first use of the footy. J. Joe says a few more rums to get some fuel in the tank. You, J. Joe, or DJ Shack? Ahoy there, mate, if I haven't said so already. I feel like I was in the middle of conversation and I might have missed you before, so I apologize for that. I think it's a good idea to actually hedge my bets, cash out, and dedicate a certain portion of it to another bet. Because what did I say it was? 850 is pretty good off a $1 wager. As the Bulldogs get a kick away and they race up and shut down Tane Milne before he gets started. The Rabbitohs have it now. 30 and from their own line. Tackle 2. A successful first set there for the Doggies. I'm exactly the same, James. I'm exactly the same. I cannot remember the last time I had a cheeky spew from drinks. Fifth and last. Rabbitohs on halfway. It's high. It's into the sun. Maybe. No, the sun is actually behind the Bulldogs by the looks of the shadow. The sun... Bulldogs are running left to right on the screen. Looks like the sun's behind them, so... Big defense there in midfield from South Sydney. Now they get all tangled up, risking giving away a penalty. Staying on the right-hand edge, there is Stephen Crichton. Considered putting him in my same game multi as well, in all honesty. Fifth and last, the Bulldogs just get up over halfway. 41 metres gained. Up quickly on Burton. They put the pressure on, and that forces a loose kick that nearly goes out on the full. It's messy at the back. I think it came off the face of Josh Addo-Carr there. I'll check my replay screen and confirm that. It's hit the face of Josh Addo-Carr and bounces forward. It's called a knock on. It hit the face and the chest. And Souths have it. Ivan Storm, ahoy there, mate. Good field position here for Souths. On the back of that error, Cook from dummy half. Nowhere to go. Gets it to Cody. Cody fires it out to Whiten. Whiten with the flick pass to Alex Johnston. But it was all a bit scrappy. Walker a bit static in midfield. There's Latrell up from fullback. Fifth and last. It's very static here from the Bunnies. Very, very clunky. Hawkins puts it high. Taken by Taff at the back. He scampers across field. UFC, ahoy, mate. Mate, James, I give up. I give up, mate. I can't deal with the KO app at the moment. It's just going to do its thing, I'm afraid. Rod Walker says Doggies to upset. Oh, the scoreboard hasn't updated. Up over halfway, fifth and last. Hutchinson puts the kick into the corner. Sits up for AJ. There's a wall of Doggies defense there. Tackle 2. Jacob Host. Not a lot of meters to be found. The Bulldogs defense fronting up. Out into midfield on tackle 4. Not making a lot of meters here. 5th and last, they're still inside their own half. Hawkins in the sun, puts the kick. He keeps it low. Sits up for Josh Adokar. Back in field to Blake Taff. Crunched in midfield. Poor Taff. I feel sorry for him sometimes. And a penalty to the Bulldogs. Early penalty to the Doggies. Yeah, so UFC, I'm one leg away from victory in my baseball multi. $1 bet, a $1 stake for a potential winning of $1,758, and they have offered me a cash out of $851, which I think is such an insulting offer. So insulting. So insulting. The final leg, in fairness, and I think this is what has contributed to the insulting cash-out offer, Atlanta versus the Phillies is a true 50-50 game. Oh, straight through goes Max King. He's just brought down by the bootlaces. 5 out from the line on tackle 5. Bulldogs lined up to the left. Cut out pass to Adokar, puts the grubber kick in. And for once, Latrell Mitchell is actually in the perfect position to cover that off. Great work by Latrell. I criticize him a lot, but I'll hand it to him right there and then. He was perfectly placed. I did take the Braves, James. I've got Atlanta to beat the Phillies. What is going on here? This may be the most ridiculous captain's challenge I've ever witnessed. What a waste of a captain's challenge. They're challenging a lost ball. Tane Milne has just lost. Oh, has he lost it? It makes contact with the ground. But it never leaves his arms. Dustin H, ahoy there. You're tuning in from Philly. Oh, God. Okay, can you help me out here? What are the... I've got one leg left in a 12-leg multi, and I need the Atlanta Braves to beat the Phillies. I know that it is going to be a really close game. It is a true 50-50 game, but from Philly, what's the feeling? What's the vibe? Should I let it ride? Cumbrian McCam, ahoy there, mate. Well, the Bunnies, it turns out to be a masterstroke of a captain's challenge. And they survive a little scare. They are indeed ruling that he kept hold of it. It touched the ground, but he still had his arm on it. 5th and last, Latrell. From inside his own 30. He's been cleaned up afterwards, Latrell. And it is a penalty. Right out in front. Take the 2. It's an absolute gift 2-pointer. That's a big turning point. Reed Marnie. Late contact and air contact on Latrell, because you know how Latrell does that little hop when he kicks. He leaves the ground. Oh, they're not taking the 2 points. It was a gift right out in front. It was on offer for them. They tap and they go 10 meters out. Cameron Murray, one of our try scorers. Tackle 2, just a couple of meters out. They get a 6 again. Forget about tackle 2. Kalaumatangi now on the inside pass. Cook. Murray in at first. Receiver holds the pass up perfectly for big Tommy Burgess. And Burgess scores the first try. And, oh, it just fell the way of Souths there in that couple of sequences of play. You've got to be concerned. You've got to be very concerned, Bulldogs. These floodgates, they could open. Try time for the Rabbitohs. Oh. That's an omen. It's an omen to cash out. I actually have no idea who I ended up tipping for this one. I think I stayed on the Rabbitohs. I think I switched to the Rabbitohs and stayed on them. Dustin H says, it's a coin flip game. I have confidence in Zach Wheeler, but after that, who knows how it'll go. The early games are, the early games are also very hard to pick. Jeez, I don't know. Hey, I'll tell you what, though. Before this stream, I was watching, because one of the legs was Texas to beat Chicago Cubs. Oh, what a great game that was. Now, I can tell you, as the conversion is successful here from Latrell Mitchell, and the Rabbitohs lead 6-0. And obviously, this is a rugby league stream, so I'm sure there aren't many of you that are interested in baseball, but I just want to quickly share the story, because I almost lost this multi on the Texas game. So I had the Texas Rangers to win, and they got absolutely dudded on a foul tip call that the umpire called a pass ball. Top of the ninth, the Cubs go ahead on this ridiculous decision by the umpire. Anyway, long story short, they end up a walk-off hit to win the game and keep the multi alive. And I was going absolutely haywire here in the studio. It was fantastic watching. Dan Jam, ahoy there, mate. As the Rabbitohs take it up to the Bulldogs 40 on the 5th and last. A solid set of 6 after points, and we know how crucial that is. Rod Walker says Rabbitohs are... Did I just say ahoy Dan Jam? I think I did. Ahoy Dan Jam. Rod Walker says Rabbitohs are a confidence team, hard to stop once they get a roll on. Doggies will need to score next to stay in it. Yeah, I get that feeling. J. Joe says to cash out, put it all on anytime try tonight. Burton kicks on tackle 4 from inside the 40. Doesn't quite get the angle. Cash out and put it on the Cowboys. Oh, and an offload to AJ into space. Goes straight through Alex Johnston. Dummies! Makes a complete fool out of Stephen Crichton. He's got support from Totola, of all people, who gets it back to Cook. But suddenly the Bunnies are rolling on. Cook beats 2. He's still going. He beats Crichton on the outside. Gets the pass back to Tane Milne, and the play comes to a close. Tackle 1, 10 metres out. They almost went the length of the field on a kick return there. Talk about confidence. It was just mentioned in the chat room by Rod, I believe it was. And there, case in point, the Rabbitohs go on a tear upfield. Suddenly they look like they're full of life here. Walker, the cutout pass to Jack Whiten, and Jack Whiten will go through and score. Jack Whiten, I nearly had that son of a bitch in my multi. Ah, that's a painful one. Hang on, I might have actually put him in the one that's not on screen. Because you know how that always happens. You know how that always seems to happen to me. I'll have to have a closer look later. Wow. What was Totola doing there? Andrew Johns said the Cowboys are morals. Jeez. That might be a very good reason to back the Broncos tonight. A second try for the Rabbitohs, and you just feel like there's something out there just suggests that maybe they have clicked. It took a little bit of luck, but they are riding it out. What does it mean to be morals? Dead set certainties. Latrell with the conversion, hits the upright and bounces back. Yeah, Andrew Johns has an unusual way of saying things sometimes. UFC only fans, you're thinking of backing New South Wales to win State of Origin this year. Thoughts? You love to live dangerously, my friend. What does it mean to be dead set certainties? Are you asking me? "25.5 minutes to go." Because remember last time I thought you were asking me a question, and I sent a bloody essay in response. Okay, sarcasm. Sarcasm's very hard to detect unless you put some sort of smart-ass emoji at the end in written form. Because I remember last time I thought you were asking me a question, and I wrote an essay in response, and you're just like, I know that, you idiot. Viking Axe, ahoy, mate. Blake Taft takes the high ball. South Sydney leading 10 points to 0. Approaching a quarter of the way gone in this one. Apologies if I seem very distracted today. I've got a lot on my mind. I'm really seriously considering what I'm going to do with this Major League Baseball multi. A forward pass from dummy half is called against the Bulldogs. The last thing that they needed, turning over the ball. Oh, did he call a forward pass, or was it a sloppy play of the ball, maybe? I think it was actually the play of the ball. Vobsy, ahoy, mate. Yeah, play the ball from Connor Tracy. Exactly, Rod Walker. That's what I'm saying. If Andrew Johns is saying that the Cowboys are certainties to beat the Broncos, it might be time to consider back in the Broncos. 6 again as Burgess gets the offload back to Cook. Cook has taken 2 meters out. Tackle 1. Oh, this could be the game on the line in some respect. If the Rabbitohs score again, could be a long old afternoon for the Bulldogs. Totola, that's where you expect him to pop up. Cook goes to the right. Hawkins, short pass to Latrell on the crash ball. Left-hand edge, Cameron Murray waits. And they turn it over. Andy, ahoy, mate. The Bulldogs have it a meter out from their own line. And a penalty. A very relieving and much needed one. Oh, they're just hanging in there, the Bulldogs. Souths, they roller coast through games, don't they? What? I need my wig. Okay, hang on. Don't ask why I have this here, by the way. Why do I always have this so handy? What kind of weird stuff do I get up to off stream that I just happen to have this wig there within arm's reach? Over halfway go the Bulldogs off that much-needed penalty. Curran's on the field. This could bring them right back into it. The offload, was it too late? Yes, says the referee. You go back and play the ball. Tackle 2, 40 out. Curran with another hit up. He gets through some work. Josh Curran. Quick run from dummy half and it opens up for Reid Marnie. 20 out from the line now. Tackle 4. Can the Bulldogs respond? Hutchison will kick early in the count. It's lost forward by the Bunnies, and that puts Totola offside. Oh, it must have been tapped back by Kickow. There you go. It looked like it was lost forward by Souths. Yeah, tapped back by Crichton. There you go. So Totola was fine to dive on that. And the Rabbitohs survive. I do need a hair donation, honestly, under these bandanas at the front. I mean, I'm getting old, you know, so at the front, my hair is trying to escape my face more and more every day. Fifth and last on halfway, Hawkins puts the kick in. Over the head of Taff at fullback. He can just watch this go over the dead ball line, and a 7-tackle set incoming for the Bulldogs. Just trying to get themselves back into this contest. Almost a quarter gone. 10 points to 0. Cumbrian McCam, I am standing up. Yeah. I like to... I really get into the games, even when my team is not playing. I've got bets on the line. I've got tips on the line. A lost ball again at the play the ball. The play the balls have been atrocious from the Bulldogs to start this game. If they're not playing the ball wrong, they're dropping it. Matt Burton, of all people, such a basic error. I like to move around. I like to be free, Cumbrian. I like to be free to maneuver around. Rod Walker says doggies back to their old ways. It's looking that way, isn't it? South's threatened to be back to their old ways as well. And what I mean by that is playing good. Tackle 2. 20 metres out now. Burgess takes the hit up. Hawkins to Walker. Quick play. Quick passes here, and it's out the back from Latrell. He got a little bit too rushed. AJ dives on it, and the Rabbitohs still have it, but that was scrappy. Tackle 4. Now they're all in a bunch in midfield. Nothing doing there. Jacob Host just has to take tackle 5. Still 20 out. They go left down the short side to Latrell, who again passes it to nobody. And now it's bobbled by Cody Walker. Oh, they just fall in and out of games, the Rabbitohs, don't they? Walker chases his own kick, and they make the tackle. The Bulldogs 10 metres out from their own line, but that was not fluent at all from South Sydney. It was looking promising for the Rabbitohs for a little bit there, and dangerous for the Bulldogs, but now the Rabbitohs, just no fluency in the attack. Very static, very bunched. The Bulldogs, Fopsy. Yeah, the Bulldogs as the kick on tackle 4. Looking for a 40-20. Alex Johnston taps it back in the field of play. Oh, it was a great kick from Burton. Well, it wasn't even Burton. It was Hutchison. I just assumed it was Burton because it went so far. They got out of their old ways for 1 week, Vopsy, if you're talking about the Bulldogs. But of course it was only against the Titans, wasn't it? The poor old Titans. Would you say that the Titans are pretty much morals for the wooden spoon right about now? Fifth and last, Hawkins puts the kick in from halfway. It bounces kindly for Taff, who runs back. Gets about 10 metres. But they're still in their own half here. The Bulldogs not doing themselves any favours. They go wide early and Carraz has it. 35 out. Tracy up over the 40. Good run there. Connor Tracy still can't believe that the Sharks let him go. Curran up over halfway. Dummies. And runs into the defensive line. Now gets the offload away. And it bounces up for Hutchison. And Hutchison steals an extra 10 metres where he's dumped on his back. Tackle 4. Here's Kickow. Flicks it on to Josh Adokar. Inside pass to Matt Burton. And the Bulldogs are back. That was slick. The Rabbitohs might regret not doing more damage when they went through their little purple patch earlier in the game. 15 minutes to go till the halftime break. The Doggies hit back. Boy, do they need that. They needed to be the next to score. And don't tell me Viliami Kickout's broken again. He's hobbling around. Great work with the flick pass to put Josh Adokar into space. And then supporting up on the inside was Matt Burton. Where was the defense from the Rabbitohs? Where was the scrambling defense? Great try there from the Bulldogs. Slick attacking move. Kickow was limping in back play, Rod. He was dragged to ground as he made that flick pass that created the space for Josh Adokar. I mean, I put it to Kickow. He set that play up. And yes, he was hobbling a little bit in back play afterwards, after he was dragged down in the tackle. Vobsy says Rabbits are dead 17th. Only just realised. Yeah, they've had a disastrous start to the year. Matt Burton from right in front of the posts. He can actually watch himself kick this over on the big screen there. That must be distracting, you would think. Conversion successful, 10 points to 6. Don't forget, Waste World of Sports coming up later tonight. Suncorp Stadium, if you can believe it. I know, it's been so long since there's been a game at Suncorp Stadium. Brisbane Broncos, North Queensland Cowboys. Coming up later tonight. Well, 10 points to 6. We suddenly have game back on here. I mean, not that it was over, but it was looking really, really ominous for the Bulldogs. Rabbitohs get us back underway. That ball hangs up 10 metres out from the line. Bulldogs have it. DJ Shack says it probably is, but primary school kids could make that conversion right in front. I could make that conversion right in front. Rod Walker says Kickow is a beast. When in full health, wish he was still at the Panthers. He was fantastic at the Panthers, wasn't he? But then everybody seems to be. Who'd have thought that Brad Schneider was such a quality player? Put him in a Panthers uniform and in that team. Suddenly he's a world beater. Fifth and last here, Bulldogs. They're up to halfway. Solid set after points. Burton puts it high. Ram, 845. Ahoy, mate. Latrell takes the catch and surrenders in the tackle despite nobody being within 10 metres of him. That was a very Maybe he just fell. Big driving defense here from the Bulldogs. They want to keep the Rabbitohs pinned down here and have a shot at some more points and maybe take the lead in this game. Mitchell up to halfway on the fifth and last. It threatened to get away from the Bulldogs early. They did well. Hawkins under pressure gets the kick in. Taff takes it on the full. Dummies. Nobody falls for it. And he's wrapped up in midfield. I can't believe Sutton is still refereeing. Period. Ram 845. You could just finish that statement there and it would be completely accurate. Yeah, the standard of refereeing in recent years has been an absolute shambles, hasn't it? In fairness. And a penalty late in the tackle count. Oh, that was silliness there from the Rabbitohs. The Bulldogs take tackle 5. A few meters short from halfway. And that is just a silly penalty there for the Rabbitohs to give away. Now it's the Rabbitohs who are starting to show ominous signs against them. As the Bulldogs have a full set of 6 here. 30 meters out. 20 now on tackle 1. Good carry by Carraz. Jacob Carraz, he's solid. Big run here from Max King. He's had a great start to the game. Gets the offload away. Jesus, how long does he have to pass that ball? Tackle 2 now, a meter short. Bulldogs on the attack. Hutchison. Dummies, he's caught. They've lost some ground. They get a 6 again, though. 6 again. 10 out from the line. Kurt Manzon tries to step his way through and now tries to drive his way over as he's caught. They're so close now, the Dogs. There's Taff at first receiver. Out the back to Carraz. Steps 1. Falls. Is wrapped up by Cody Walker. Tackle 3. Taff into dummy half. There's Marnie out in midfield. Change of direction from Curran. It's tapped down by South, so it'll be 6 more tackles again. Oh, the Bulldogs are just rolling on here. South's defensive line under immense pressure. Preston. He goes within a meter. Oh, Reed Money's passed it to nobody. That's the most incredible thing I've ever seen. And now he tries to put a step on. They've lost ground, but that's probably useful ground for the attacking team. They love that inside ball. And another 6 again. Oh, they must score here, the Bulldogs. They must. This is unrelenting pressure. Burton dummies almost goes through. Quick play the ball. Kick out from dummy half. He's over the line. He's held up. Oh, that was so close there. Kick out on our try scorer multi. We were backing that in. The pressure is still on the Rabbitohs here. Tackle 4. Max King with another hit up. Just to the left of the post. 10 meters out. They go to the right-hand side. Kurt Mann in at first receiver. Shrugs off 1. Beats a second man. Gets the pass to Preston. And a try-saving effort there. Knocking the ball free. Jack Whiten, of all people, creates the mistake. And now, time off. Zapang Suman says, "Go Doggies." Oh, Preston's hurt. Oh, no. The Bulldogs got done in last season through injuries. Oh, he's up, Preston. That's all right. Preston's up. James says almost 2 weeks till WrestleMania. David Blasik. Let's go Rabbitohs. The last 5 minutes, it's been all Bulldogs, and it's been all Bulldogs attacking inside the Rabbitohs 20-metre line. So this is sweet relief for the home team. Getting to bring the ball away. Yeah, actually, it'd be 1 week, wouldn't it? 1 week till WrestleMania. Fifth and last, the Rabbitohs finally get to clear their line. Am I taking the Monday off? Oi, what do we got there? Oh, Zapang. Thank you very much for the sub. Good run there from Connor Tracy. He's met in some solid contact, though, in midfield. There's 7 minutes 40 to go till the halftime break. And a 40-20 from Matt Burton. It definitely was Matt Burton this time. The Bulldogs are just out in Thursday in South Sydney at the moment. Trailing on the scoreboard, but Latrell, what was he doing? That was very lackadaisical, Latrell getting across there. It was the perfect kick, though, from Matt Burton, in fairness. 7 minutes to go till halftime, and it's the Bulldogs on the attack. Kickow has it 10 metres out. Backs into the defence, takes tackle one. Marnie from dummy half links up with Curran. Right in front of the post, driving towards the line, Josh Curran. He is tackled centimetres short. It's on here for the Dogs. Man in at first receiver. The inside pass, and it nearly opens up. It threatened to open up there for Moran. Now they're shaped out to the right. Taff will kick on tackle 3. Straight into the hands of Connor Tracy. And Connor Tracy scores the tying try in the corner. And Souths, suddenly they look rattled. The Bulldogs, are they the real deal? $10 points all, conversion to come from out wide. Blake Taft take a bow. Pinpoint accurate kick. Connor Tracy in the corner. Connor Tracy and Jack Whiten. Oh, this is the face of regret. Connor Tracy and Jack Whiten were two players I nearly had in my multi. I decided to go for forwards instead. And Latrell. Forwards and Latrell instead. Unbelievable. The try has been confirmed. 10 points all it is. Conversion to come from right on the sideline. And after a fabulous start, it's the Rabbitohs under the pump. How much would you bet on neither of these teams making the playoffs? Geez, South Sydney are not looking like playoff material at the moment, are they? Matt Burton from the sideline. It's on his favourite side. He's put it right down the middle, Matt Burton. And the Bulldogs lead. $12 points to 10. The Bulldogs, after a slow start, they have taken the lead. The Rabbitohs, we were talking about it early on, about what a confidence team they are. Well, they are seriously lacking confidence at the moment. Oh, 12 points to 10. 5 minutes to go till the halftime break. The Rabbitohs They need a serious talking to. Big time. Ivan Storm says, well done, doggies, as kick cow. Oh, they've got their tails up now. And a penalty. Oh, it's all the momentum riding with the Bulldogs now. They are going to get another shot here. Burton can thump this into touch. I think if the Rabbitohs lose this game and they are, what, 0-3 or 0-4 to start the season, the coach has to be under pressure, surely. Surely. Tackle one here for the Bulldogs, 30 out. A show and go from Moran. Wrapped up by Kalaumatangi and Moale in midfield. 20 out from the line. Hutchison out the back of shape to Taff. Cut out pass to Connor Tracy. He runs out of space. Has to cut back in field. Tackle 3 here for the Bulldogs. 10 out from the line. Big open side to the left, but Preston just settles play down. Backs in for tackle 4. 5 out from the line in front of the posts. They're on the attack again. Marnie takes a couple of steps. Man with the inside ball to Moran. Moran reaches out and scores. Curtis Moran. The Bulldogs are rolling here. 16 points to 10. The kick to come from right in front. Oh, it's gone up as no try. Sutton has sent it up as no try. Sutton has sent this up as no try. Very important. It needs to be conclusive, and he's lost it. That's fair enough. That's fair call. He has lost the ball. What a let-off for South Sydney Rabbitohs. Huge let-off. Vobsy says they need a coach that's not friends with the players and will actually put them where they're best and not where they want to play. I reckon Demetriou is a huge part of the problem. And Vobsy, everything that you've just said is exactly the problem that I have with Fitzy and my Sharks at the moment. Fitzy's trying to be the nice guy. A coach can't afford to be matey, chummy with his players. You've got to get along with them, yes, but you've got to be hard. You've got to make the tough calls. And everything that you just listed there as a problem for Souths, I believe, is a problem with Fitzy and my Sharks at the moment too. What a huge let-off going into halftime there for South Sydney. They need to use this. Then they play some expansive play early in that tackle count. I've just got an alert on my phone that in 15 minutes' time, the Crusaders Chiefs will be kicking off. Fifth and last, the kick from Latrell inside the 40. Gets a decent angle on it, but there is Blake Taff. Oh, juggled. Heart attack stuff there at the back. The Bulldogs, they nearly spill that one. Josh Adokar confusing me in the 23 jersey. That was nearly a huge mistake. James says there's another omen. WrestleMania is at Philly. Okay, there's a lot of Philadelphia connections. Oh, show and go from Moran. Slightly forward pass to Hutchinson, not called. And Connor Tracy leaves it behind anyway with the line wide open. It's been touched by South. It'll be 6 again. And the Bulldogs will have the last set of the first half as man goes straight through. Just brought down in an ankle tap. Try saving. And this will be a penalty and has to be 10 in the bin, surely. That's got to be 10 in the bin, surely. Souths give away a blatant penalty in the attacking zone. Very lucky there. Isaiah Tass gets away with murder. Hint of a forward pass there to start that play from the Bulldogs, but not called. A blatant professional foul from Isaiah Tass there. Very lucky to still be on the field. Kick out. Takes tackle 1. 5 metres out from the line. A full set of 6 here. Well, they won't get all 6 tackles. There's only 30 seconds left. Curran. They simply must hold on here, South Sydney. They must. It is crucial for their game that they go into the sheds only trailing by 2. Taff with the goose step in midfield. He's dancing around, trying to fool Big Shaq Mitchell. Tackle 3. This will be the last play of the half. Marnie goes left to Mann. Out the back to Hutchinson. Burton with the cutout pass. And the Fox goes for the corner and he's taken into touch. That was crucial for Souths. And Fox is hurt. Oh, Fox is hurt big time. He's out cold. Don't move him. Do not move him. Latrell, he's out cold, mate. Don't move him. Latrell is trying to pick him up off the ground. You don't... I mean, isn't that just 101? You don't move an unconscious player. The Fox got in an awkward position there. Mitchell's ass has hit him in the face and knocked him out cold. I mean, I'm not even saying that as a joke. That's what's happened. Latrell Mitchell coming across in cover defense. Slides across the turf and... yeah. Oh, and then the Fox has just smacked his head into the turf. Oh, Fox is gone for the rest of the game. You cannot smack your face. He's still out cold. Oh, jeez. He is still out cold on the sideline, Fox. He was out before he hit the ground, and then he just completely ragdoll, front face planted into the turf. Fox will surely be out for the game. He's up on his knees now, over in back play. But that is surely Josh Addo-Carr's afternoon done. Surely. I mean, he face planted. He's up, he's groggy. Keep an eye on that. He can't possibly carry on. Surely not. He is so wobbly. All the Bulldogs are still out on the field. Souths have gone into the changing rooms for half-time. I'll tell you what else. Isaiah Tass came away from that worse for wear as well. Tass was bleeding out of the forehead. I think he copped a hit from Latrell as well. Doing some pretty serious damage there, Latrell. Unintentionally, of course. 12 points to 10. The Bulldogs lead in a close one here. Fox is up. He's running off the field. You love to see it. Oh, that was intense, though. The way that he just face planted the turf. He was out. He was absolutely out cold there, Fox. Oh, all right. Well, half-time, 12 points to 10. The Bulldogs leading by a missed conversion from Latrell Mitchell. We can have a debate again about this baseball multi. So, all right. So I put $1 on 12 legs on Major League Baseball opening day. I love my baseball. I used to play. I was very good at it. I watch Major League Baseball all the time. I'm a very big fan, so I like to think I know a thing or two about it. So I threw on a 12-legger for opening day, picking just head-to-head winners. I've gone 12 legs. I'm 11 legs up. $1 stake, $1,758 potential return. The last game is Atlanta Braves versus the Philadelphia Phillies. That is the last game in the 12 legs. All of other 11 legs have won. They have offered me a cash out of $851.92, which I think is insulting considering that I've only got one leg left. But what I'm thinking, what I'm leaning towards, because the Braves versus the Phillies, I can't split them. The Braves are slight favourites with the bookmakers. Slight. It's going to be a true flip of the coin game. Starting pitchers likely Strider for the Braves, Wheeler for the Phillies. They've got the Braves at $1.78, the Phillies at $2.09. So I'm thinking we cash out and dedicate a portion of that money to another bet. That's what I'm thinking. Is the extra $800 really worth the stress that would be involved in that Braves-Phillies game? Honestly, if it were Arizona versus the Rockies or something like that, we are letting it ride every day of the week. But because it's Atlanta versus Philadelphia, it's such a tight game to finish. I think the sensible thing is to cash out and throw a couple of $100 on another dead set certainty. It was from $1. Cash out right now, says Vobsy. Absolutely, says James. Vobsy says I would have cashed out at 500. We're a good chance of the 1,700, though, you understand. I mean, it is still a good chance. Atlanta are the favourites going into that last game. But you're probably right. I mean, I did. What the hell happened? Streamlabs! Okay. I'm disabling Streamlabs. Another person has been moderated by Streamlabs for posting a link that wasn't a link. Sorry about that, Rod. My apologies. That's the bot. Nobody did that to you other than the Streamlabs bot, and I do apologize for that. It thinks any message with a dot in it, a full stop, it thinks any message with a full stop is a link. I'm going to have to disable that portion of the Streamlabs bot because it really is starting to get annoying that people are getting their messages deleted. Anyway, I can still see it. Rod Walker has said, cash it out, bro. You're in front no matter what, and use 400 as play money towards another. How would you feel, though? How would you feel cashing out and then Atlanta win tomorrow? Knowing that you could have doubled the money that you're already ahead. Anyway, oh, it's a tough old game, isn't it? The whole sports betting thing. A tough old business. All right, Wasted World of Sports. I do need to have my halftime break. Before I do, just another very special shout out to the Wasted World of Sports All-Stars. People that have taken the time to click that join button and support the channel by becoming channel members. James, Dustin, Who's Your Caddy, Richard J, Mr. Ed's Dead, Robert M, Vobsy, Kelly, and DJ Shaq. All right, halftime. I'm going to have a quick break. We'll be back for the second half action. Bulldogs leading here, 12 points to 10. Got a good game on our hands. Vobsy James isn't a member, but he is the top super chatter. The overall top super chatter / donator to the stream. So therefore, he gets a an honorary inclusion into the All-Stars, because the amount of Super Chats he's done, I can't have him not there, you know what I mean? We have to include Super Chatters in the All-Stars.
World of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Oh, it's a professional tight ship we run around here. I'm always off on the timing. Kathleen Paneo, ahoy there. Rod Walker says, love your work. Thanks for the stream. I've been doing this thing where all kind, positive words. I've been making a collection. 12 points to 10 here at halftime. The Bulldogs, it was an ominous looking start for the Bulldogs because it looked like the Rabbitohs had sort of got their act sorted out They were playing well. They were well and truly on top. I mean, this game, we were on the brink of pretty much calling it all over. Well, I was anyway. Had the Rabbitohs scored again. They were 10-0 up. They were, they were well on top. It looked like it was going to be a long afternoon for the Bulldogs. They managed to hold on. Not only hold on, but the errors started to creep in as there is an ad for KFC. $8 boxes. Is that what you got, James? No, you got the lunchbox, didn't you? Not that one that they're advertising on the TV. You know, somebody asked me the other night on one of the streams. Yeah, Family Feast, that's right. The Family Feast. Somebody asked me on the stream the other night if I'm in a... like, are you in a bikie gang? I suppose I can understand why they asked that. A few of you probably remember James, Vopsy, especially. DJ Shaq, maybe. I remember when I first started this channel, I had a mohawk. I had short hair in a mohawk. Now I've got long hair in a samurai ponytail. Crazy to think. Ivan Storm says Crusaders Chiefs kicking off. Yes, it would be. All right, I'm going to watch the Crusaders and Chiefs on my phone as the teams are out for the second half. The Bulldogs leading by 2 points. Why is there a tick on Viliami Kickout? Oh, God. Now I've got to find the right button. This is going to be fun. It wasn't that one? Oh, where's the tick on Viliami Kickout? Maybe I'll just leave it there. Maybe it's a good sign. Bloody hell. All right, I'm just leaving it there. I can't be bothered. Who needs to be a bikie when you're a pirate, Dan? Says James. Fair call. Second half underway. Let's ride this one out. The Rabbitohs with a lot of work to do to get themselves back into this contest. Momentum-wise, they're obviously not out of it on the scoreboard, and that will surely be what the conversations were at halftime. You guys are not out of this. Wow, another disappointing turnout. Damien Cook goes straight up the middle. Where's his support? He runs away from the midfield, hooks out towards the sideline. That is a fabulous start to the second half. Damien Cook. An electric run upfield. Fifth and last. Hawkins puts it high back into midfield, and it's taken well by Hutchison. Pressure averted there from the Bulldogs. What a run from Damien Cook, though. Oh, that's true, James. Yes, I'm wearing the Philadelphia Phillies colours. All signs are pointing to cash out. All roads lead to cash out. The Crusaders have scored. The Crusaders have scored. Che Fiaki. 5.5 minutes in, and the Chiefs are rattled in Super Rugby Pacific. Sione for Ave. Ahoy there, mate. Souths looking to spread it wide early. Burton A slight high shot there on Tane Milne. They get away with it. What a start for the Crusaders in Super Rugby. Oh no, Kickout's hurt. No, he's not. He was just trapped. I thought he couldn't get up. There is always that risk of Viliami Kickout being hurt, though. Racing up in defence here, the Bulldogs. Very enthusiastic defensive line. 40 out from their own line here. South's now up to halfway. They get the kick away. Pressure on Connor Tracy. Tracy does well to take the ball. They were flying through there. The Rabbitohs chasing that kick down. James says Waratahs versus Rebels unders are good. Under 56.5. Yeah, that's probably not a bad shout. But then again, the thing is, when two teams are quite terrible, the floodgates could open up both ways, couldn't they? There could be 80 points scored by the end of that one. Latrell Mitchell has it at the back for Souths. They're 12 out from their own line. Good run there from Tass. All bandaged up from his blow before the break. Bulldogs leading by 2. Through the hands they go to the left now. The Rabbitohs. Whiten flicks it on for Johnston. Johnston breaks away. Whiten in support. Jack Whiten's going to get a double. God damn it. Jack Whiten will score another try. And Souths reclaim the lead. They've started the second half much as they started the first half. Well on top. But let's not forget what happened in the first 40. Oh, Jack Whiten, I nearly had the son of a bitch in my multi as well. Cumbrian McCam says Super Rugby teams don't do defense. Well, certainly not the Waratahs or Rebels this year anyway. What a start to the second half for the Rabbitohs. The break from Damien Cook earlier. And then stretching it wide early. Oh, and to make it worse, James, to make matters 100 times worse, I had Connor Tracy as well in my original. My original 3-leg was Whiten, Connor Tracy, and I think I put Latrell Mitchell and Alex Johnston in a combo. So I would have had 2 legs ticked off already in this game. I don't know why. I can't remember what I was thinking when I changed my mind and put forwards in the... I think I just felt like Cameron Murray being the captain. It was going to be a big game from him. But anyway, conversion successful from right in front. It's been done now. Oh, we've got an issue here. We have a big issue here from the restart. An elbow was cocked there. Shaq Mitchell cocks the elbow up. No, head clash. A head clash. On my replay screen, it looked like he cocked the elbow up and was going to be in a bit of trouble. But no, that's just a head clash. Who's got the duty of care there? The duty of care is on the tackler, right? So... reverse duty of care. The teams are in a huddle, ready to go at it. It's all just fun and games. I don't know why they're blowing up. I mean, it was just a head clash. It happens. He's out cold, though. Preston, I think it was, right? Preston. Worse for wear there. We've seen some KOs today. The Fox on the stroke of half-time. Oh, by the way, did Josh Adokar come back onto the field? Surely he is still off. I can't see him out there. It would make a lot of sense that he would be off the field. I think that is Preston. Yeah, he's out for the rest of the game. He had to be. He had to have been. And I reckon Preston might be as well. Jacob Preston got absolutely smacked. He had a big kiss with Shaq Mitchell. And that'll be the end of the night for Jacob Preston as well, I would assume. Category 1 incoming. Sione Fave says Rabbitohs need to keep this momentum up to get first W at home. Indeed. They started the game so well, raced out to a 10 points to 0 lead, and then completely fell off a cliff. They've started the second half extremely well. They need to keep it up. And Mitchell, Shaq Mitchell is picked up and dumped in a two-man tackle. Oh, they took it personally, the Bulldogs, that head clash. I don't know why. It was obviously an accident. Shaq Mitchell was not running into contact with his head pushed out in front of him or something. So I don't know why they took it so personally against him, but yeah, that was definitely a personal feelings tackle when they picked him up and dumped him. Some feeling entering this game. 16 points to 12. Souths have the lead. 7 minutes gone in the second half. It's the Bulldogs with the ball, though. Max King up over halfway on tackle 4. Terrible service from dummy half by Marnie. But they've created space now. Crichton gets the offload as he falls to the ground and traces away down the sideline. Fabulous tackle in the corner. Saves the day, but the Bulldogs still have it. Morin in midfield. Beats one. Almost gets through. It's the fifth and last now. They're 20 out. The Bulldogs front foot ball. Crichton runs it to the line. It pops up for Kickow, and Kickow is taken a metre short on the fifth and last. It was surely on there for Viliami Kickow. It was surely on. I thought the tick might have been an omen. The tick being stuck on the screen. He was in for all money there. They're challenging the call here. The Bulldogs, captain's challenge. 6 again was not called. It was just a deflection. And now, has Dean Hawkins stuck a foot out? He's got eyes purely on Matt Burton. He has not made a play at that ball, so that will stand fifth and last, and that is a wasted challenge for the Bulldogs. Probably worth a shot, though, in the circumstances. Challenge gone for the Bulldogs. Souths have the ball, but they're only a couple of meters out from their own line. That was a good set from the Bulldogs. They're not out of trouble here, South Sydney. Quick play the ball. It was a scrappy one. Very lucky to get away with it. The Fox on the sideline, poor fella. And an error from South Sydney. Viliami kick-out. Gives away the... An error from the Bulldogs, my apologies. Viliami kick-out giving away the penalty. You don't want to be giving away penalties anytime, but especially late or mid to late in the tackle count when you've got the opposition in their own half. It's pretty unforgivable. Souths now start this set over the halfway line. They can mount an attack. It really feels like this second half has started much like the first. They flick it on quickly through the hands. Alex Johnston out wide, wrapped up by Connor Tracy. Releasing the ball wide too quickly there. Mitchell to Mitchell in midfield. Latrell to Shaq. Tackle 4. They're 30 out. Duncan had the arms free, had no support. Hawkins on the 5th and last. 20 out. Crossfield kick. It's a little too deep. And it's taken on the fullback, Haraz. 7 tackle set. Here's an opportunity for the Dogs. They tap and go quickly. Crichton with the short pass to Burton. Burton goes straight through. There's nobody in front of him. Does Matt Burton have the pace? Latrell Mitchell gets across and shuts him down. Another great piece of work from Latrell. But now, Hutchinson beats one tackle. He's still going. Latrell just appeared out of nowhere. I didn't realize he was back there. And now they spill the ball. Kurt Mann loses it in contact. And Damien Cook has it. The Rabbitohs are off the hook. Oh, that's a huge mistake. Massive. And now Damien Cook's been Milky Magoo trying to get a penalty. Kurt Mann, that's a huge error. Oh, it wasn't even Kurt Mann. I'm blaming the wrong person again. It was Curtis Moran. Losing it in contact. South's just settling things down here. Cameron Murray back onto the field. Didn't even realize he was off. I didn't miss him at all. That's unfortunate. There he is. Straight on the field. Oh, and he's been tipped in the tackle here. Cameron Murray. That's a penalty. Again, late in the tackle count. And this game is now threatening to explode. There's a lot of tense feeling out there. Curtis Moran's been involved in a couple of these. He's getting in low. And Cameron Murray's been tilted beyond horizontal there. Rod Walker says sloppy play again to start the half. Curtis Moran could be in a little bit of trouble here. I've got a feeling Curtis Moran's going to have a sit down. On report, 10 in the bin. Curtis Moran, not for the first time. He was very, very close earlier to dumping Shaq Mitchell after that head clash. And now he's done it again, but this time, Cameron Murray. Well, that's thrown a real spanner in the works here for the Doggies. 10 minutes now, a man down. Ivan Storm, yes, Fox is ruled out for the rest of the game. And if you saw that face plant, I'm not sure if you did or not, but if you saw that face plant into the turf, you can completely understand why. I mean, he was just... I shouldn't laugh. I really, really shouldn't laugh. But just seeing him go smack. Oh, that was crazy. Cody Walker passes it to Stephen Crichton. Oh, they come back for a penalty. They were playing an advantage here. A long advantage to the Rabbitohs. Rod Walker says Fox wishes he was back at Storm. Do you reckon that, speaking of that, do you reckon Kickow and Burton and Crichton probably wish they were back at the Panthers as well? Yes! They're taking the 2. They're taking the 2 here. South Sydney leading by 4. They want to stretch this lead to 6. It's a gift 2-pointer. Wasted World of Sports, take the 2 t-shirts. Available from pop-till-you-drop.com.au, the official merchandise home of the Wasted World of Sports. Kartik Gupta, will it go over 42.5? It's going to be pretty close, I reckon. I mean, what are we now? 18 points to 12, 30 points. Another 3 tries in 30 minutes. Yeah, maybe not, actually. We might be looking at unders in this one. You can't blame them sometimes, right? I mean, they're getting more money to do less work, and they get an early holiday. Sounds good to me. Bulldogs get us back underway. It is the Rabbitohs leading 18 points to 12. Now, 7.5 minutes left for Moran in the sin bin. Can the Rabbitohs take advantage of that? Here comes Jacob Preston. He's passed a HIA somehow after that head clash with Shaq Mitchell. That's hard to believe. Latrell almost opens it up in midfield. Tackle 3 here for the Bunnies. 30 out from their own line. Cameron Murray with another good run. Solid game. I wish he scored a try, though. Tallis Duncan on a good charge, up over halfway. 5th and last now, Rabbitohs. They stay on the short side. The kick goes high. No pressure at the back on Taff. But there is a wall of Rabbitohs defenders, and they've now copped him high. Blake Taff's been taken high. I think we've got a captain's challenge. Don't know what the captain's challenge is for. Maybe they got called for offside. They're looking for... Souths are claiming somebody was taken out. So let's have a look. Kick chasers are onside for the Rabbitohs. Blake Taff takes this on the full. I'm really not sure which player are we looking at? Reed Marnie. Okay, Reed Marnie's got eyes on the player. He does change his line. Oh, and in back play, Cameron Murray was getting nowhere near that ball, though. Yeah, Cameron Murray was getting nowhere near that kick chase. If that's what they're looking at, then that's ridiculous. If they were they being Souths, if they were challenging an obstruction, a defensive obstruction against Cameron Murray, they're out of their ever-loving minds. The penalty stands for the Bulldogs. Don't forget, Wasted World of Sports coming up later tonight. Broncos versus Cowboys in the second of 2 games. Oh, it's threatening to blow up again here. Bulldogs are racing in. The referee separates them. A lot of feeling out there at the moment. Tackle 1 for the Bulldogs, just short of halfway. Oh, Mangoes, ahoy! This ref has been shocking, not gonna lie. It's Sutton. It's Gerard Sutton. one of the single worst referees in the game. And yes, I agree. He is usually pretty awful, though, in fairness. I always shudder when I put the games on and Sutton's there, because you know you're going to be in for a long old afternoon. Tackle 4 here for the Bulldogs. They're 30 out from the line. On the attack, Jamin Salmon. It's another penalty. High contact penalty. Any thought of taking the 2 here while they've got a man in the sin bin? Collect the points. Kick out. They take the tap. Marnie taps, goes to kick out. 12 out from the line in midfield. Full set of 6 here. Marnie, he loves a run from dummy half. Reed Marnie links up with Max King. Now Hutchison brings it left. Burton with the short pass to Salmon, and Salmon loses it. Jamin Salmon drops it. Cumbrian McKem. Thank you very much for the sub there, mate. Thank you for deciding to join us here. Big mistake, that one from the Doggies. What a statement it would have been had they scored a try with a man in the sin bin. The standard of refereeing across all codes. Oh, through the hands now, go Souths. They've got good shape to the left. Whiten's in space, and Jack Whiten drops it cold. Jack Whiten was not even contacted, and he just spills the ball. Oh, what a goof. He just drops it cold. They were on there, the Rabbitohs. Got a little bit ahead of himself, Jack Whiten, and spills his beans. Goofy McGee. Oh, what a let-off there for the Bulldogs. Crusaders are leading 19 points to 5 in Super Rugby Pacific. Coverboy, ahoy there. Coverboy says, what a game. Salmon's met hard in midfield. 3 minutes left in the sin bin for Moran. Only the 2 points. Only the 2 points leaked with the man in the sin bin. Good effort there from the Bulldogs. Thus far, still 3 minutes. Reed Marnie tries to sucker the referee into a 6 again. Doesn't work. Bulldogs kick. Latrell takes it at the back. Wants no part of doing the heavy work out of yardage. Fires it across to Tane Milne in a much worse position. And the Rabbitohs will be starting their set 10. Latrell just there needs to run it back himself. He's going to have the more impact out of those 2 players. But sometimes he just doesn't want to put the hard yards in. The hard yakka. Burgess with a good carry. It's tackle 4 for South Sydney. 40 out from their own line. Cook tries to catch the markers napping. Offloads to Totola. 5th and last on halfway. 46-metre gain off that set. Hawkins on this near side puts the kick in on the bounce to Blake Taff. Taff runs across field, almost loses a Taff. Oh, he very nearly did a Jack Whiten. And the Bulldogs will start this set 15 out from their own line. As Rod Walker says, Latrell is too lazy for fullback. Best position is centre. And State of Origin pretty much proves that point, doesn't it? I completely understand. He probably wants to play fullback because he wants fullback money. Everybody wants fullback money. I mean, fullback money is the pinnacle of the sport, as Connor Tracy has some space down the right-hand edge. Puts a chip and chase in for himself and wins a penalty as he is shadowed off the ball. Penalty to the Bulldogs. Connor Tracy had some space, got around Jack White, and Alex Johnston had dropped back for the kick. Obstructs Tracy and chasing his own chip. Big penalty here for the Dogs. Remember, there's still a man down. Curtis Moran still in the sin bin for another minute or so. So with 19 and a half minutes to go in the game, a man down for at least this set of 6. A big opportunity here for the Bulldogs. What a statement it would be if they could tie the game up whilst a man down. They have a real red-hot shot here. Burton with the cutout pass to Carraz. Steps back in field. He's caught 5 out from the line, and it's another penalty now. Kickout has been cleaned up on suspicion. Tackled on suspicion there. He was cut out of the play. It was a great pass from Burton there. Yeah, Kickout taken out on suspicion by Tane Milne. Is Curtis Moran back for the Bulldogs? He must be getting close. He is. Okay. The Bulldogs back to a full complement. It's 13 on 13 again. They take tackle 1, 5 meters out from the Rabbitohs line. Marnie again runs across the field of play, 5 meters or so. You've got to fire those passes out. You don't run across field. You fire that pass out as quickly as possible. Curtis Moran just back on the field, and they were all over him there, the Bunnies. 10 out from the line. Good line out here to the right. Preston decides to go alone. Tackle 4 for the Bulldogs. 2 meters short. They're lined up to the left. They're well set out here. Out the back to Burton. Kickout. Steps in field. Kickout will score. Viliami Kickout will score a try. It's going up as no try. Sutton has sent it up as no try. We can only assume that there is some sort of obstruction there from Jamin Salmon. Yeah, Jamin Salmon has just got himself caught up in the defensive line here. And that creates the gap for Kickout. That'll be a penalty to South Sydney. Oh, these obstructions are everywhere. No try. Viliami Kickout just can't win a trick in the try scorers market at the moment, can he? We saw it the other week as well. But yeah, it's hard to argue. Jamin Salmon, he was right in the defensive line, and that opened up the space. Hard to argue. 17 and a half minutes left. 18 points to 12. Souths only just with the lead. I feel like this second half has really followed suit to the first half. Souths started well and truly on top. The Bulldogs just ground their way back into it. They ended the first half on top. Can they finish the second half on top as well? Rod Walker says, we're talking about Latrell Mitchell and fullback still. He doesn't give value for money there, yet to prove it. A tough coach would put him in centre and say, prove your value if you want to be fullback. And I would be that tough coach, Rod Walker, because I absolutely agree. Make him earn it. Make everyone earn it. Fifth and last Rabbitohs. They put the kick through. It's low. It pops up nicely for Taff, but the defense is there to meet him as soon as he takes it. The Bulldogs now start this set 10 out from their own line. Big hit from Cameron Murray on Carraz. Tackle 3 now, the Bulldogs. It's slow moving now. 15 out from their own line. Salmon takes tackle 4. Not a lot of meters incoming. Forced to kick early. Reed Marnie from dummy half. Looking for a 40-20. It just pulls up. Goes into touch just short of the 20-meter line. Cameron Murray, an absolute shoo-in for Origin duty again. Absolute certainty. Murray is the glue for the team. Always empties the tank. Says Rod. "15 minutes to go. Can Souths ice this contest?" Cook from dummy half. Links up with Tatola. Up towards halfway they go on tackle 3. There is Cameron Murray. Always fights for that extra inch. Burgess. Tackle 5. 40 out from the Bulldogs line. Hawkins on this near side puts it high. How's the kick chase? Oh, they've let it bounce, the Bulldogs. That's risky business. And then a huge tackle from Whiten. He has absolutely rocked Connor Tracy backwards. This now becomes a massive set of 6. Jack Whiten giving his team all the defensive momentum there. That was a huge shot that he put on. Stephen Crichton backs into the wall of Rabbitohs defenders and takes tackle 4. They're 30 out from their own line here. The Bulldogs appealing for a penalty and getting it. Again, late in the tackle count. And yes, this is now extremely, eerily similar to the first half. Penalties late in the tackle count. Just presenting opportunities to the Bulldogs to get down the other end. Oh, now I'm getting text messages from KFC, James. Get your feast on with free delivery on shared meals this long weekend. KFC app only. T's and C's apply. I'm getting bloody text messages during live streams from KFC. Tackle 2. Here come the Bulldogs. Looking to square things up here. Curran in midfield. Tries to get the arm free. Looking for the offload. They're a metre short. Oh, Curran goes extremely close. They're centimetres short here, the Bulldogs, on tackle 3. Salmon in midfield. Almost an obstruction play there. Kick out. Only just squeaked through the defensive line. Marnie in at first receiver. Inside ball to Samuel Hughes. 5th and last. Bulldogs, 1 play left. They're just to the left of the post, a metre out. Marnie swings it to the right. Hutchinson out the back to Taft. Taft puts the chip kick in over the top. It's taken by Johnston, who carries it back into the end goal. And this will be a goal line dropout. Great work here for the Bulldogs. 12 minutes remaining. They are well in this. They are in this game up to their necks. Mitchell with the short dropout. It's contestable. Burton comes down with it for the Bulldogs. That's huge. 11 and a half minutes left. Totola's hurt in competing for that ball. Matt Burton completely got the better of him there. They're 10 metres out. Marnie again takes those steps. Hutchinson, half a gap opened up. He thought he was through there. 11 minutes, 10 to go. Marnie decides to go open side after threatening to go blind. Tackle 4. Curran crushed in that tackle. Oh, it's that man again, is it? No, it's Jacob Host. Cameron Murray was there to help out. It's the fifth and last. Marnie's got to get the kick in. Does it sit up for Crichton? It sits up for Stephen Crichton. It just goes over the dead ball line. Oh, that was almost disaster for AJ. Alex Johnston, he dropped the ball. He got back there first, but then the ball spills. Luckily for him, it spills onto the dead ball line. He did not collect that cleanly at all. Another goal line dropout. This will be 10 minutes to go. This one is going to go down to the wire. And don't forget, Wasted World of Sports coming up later tonight. Broncos versus Cowboys. Latrell goes short. It's out on the full. Oh, it's been touched by Tane Milne. Very luckily getting up there. Otherwise, it was out on the full. He got a hand to it. Tane Milne saves the day. Kick out. He's caught a little bit high there. They get away with that. 9.5 minutes to go. 10 out from the line here. The Bulldogs. And again, Marnie, just pass that ball, mate. Fire that pass out. I hate seeing a hooker take steps like that. That's why Aaron Smith was so good for the All Blacks. Different code, I know. Different code, different responsibilities between a hooker and a scrum half. But Aaron Smith was so good. He would just fire that pass out without taking a step. Robin, can you remove that writing, please? What writing? Burton to kick out. Kick out taps on to Carraz. Falls as he collects the ball. Fifth and last here for the Bulldogs. 10 out. Burton with the crossfield kick. Not a lot of distance on it. It's tapped back and the Bulldogs spill it. And Alex Johnston comes away with it for the Rabbitohs, as James very rightfully points out. Both teams look extremely fatigued here. You get the feeling that just there's a huge error incoming from somebody. In the second half, South Sydney have not had one single tackle inside the Bulldogs' 20-metre line. Not one. Tackles inside the opposition 20 in the second half. 15 to the Bulldogs, 0 to the Bunnies. They are doing extremely well considering that statistic, to be holding on to a lead here. I'm so curious to, like, there's a lot of writing on the screen at the moment. I'm curious to know what particular writing is offensive to Rabina there. Which one do they want me to remove? The Rabbitohs get the kick away. That is incredible to think that there is 7.5 minutes left in this game. We are well and truly at the back end of this contest. Not one single tackle. The Rabbitohs have got into Bulldogs territory. And when I say territory, I mean their 20-metre line. They've been in the Bulldogs half quite a few times. But that is an incredible stat. And to think that they still hold the lead here. Fifth and last, Bulldogs. Oh, Crichton's cramped up. Puts the ball high. Now the Bulldogs taken on the full at the back by Tane Milne, I believe. Yes, it was. The Rabbitohs, I don't think they're going to get into the Bulldogs 20 this set either. We could see potentially a whole half with South's not entering the Bulldogs 20-metre zone once, holding on for a win. I mean, that would just be crazy to think about. 6 minutes to go. Tackle 5 now on the halfway line, so they're not going to get there again. You get the feeling that this game is just one mistake away from opening right up as Hawkins puts the kick in straight down the throat of Taff. Taff decides to run infield before straightening, and there is the big mistake. Blake Taff loses it in contact, and here comes Souths. Cody Walker's got it. Their first tackle for the entirety of the second half inside the Bulldogs 20. 5.5 minutes to go. Oh, I had just been talking about there is one big error that's going to blow this game wide open. Has Blake Taff just made it? Cook offloads back to Cody Walker. Walker to Tass. Tass bumps off one. He's wrapped up by Salmon. Tackle 2, they're a metre short. Going from dummy half on his own. Probably not the right idea there from Tane Milne. They're lined up to the left here, the Rabbitohs. Latrell puts the grubber kick in for Jack Whiten, who was not expecting it. And Connor Tracy dives on it. It's a result, though, for the Rabbitohs. It'll be a goal line dropout. 5 minutes left. That was a huge mistake from Blake Taff. That's incredible. I had literally just got through saying one big mistake it just had that feeling about it. One big mistake was going to blow this wide open. And lo and behold, Blake Taff drops the ball in contact on the kick return. And suddenly, Souths, their first attacking raid inside the Bulldogs 20 of the half. I can't believe that. That was their first tackle inside the Bulldogs 20-metre zone in this second half. Short dropout does not go the 10 metres. So Souths will have this. And it's a penalty. It's a penalty because the great big goof has touched the ball before it's gone the 10 metres. And that'll be the game. That's another big mistake. Connor Tracy touching the ball before it travelled well, it didn't travel the 10 metres. Had he not touched that ball and just let it go into touch without travelling the 10 metres, it would have been a handover, a play the ball. But he played at it, Connor Tracy, and that gives away the penalty. Which I think, honestly, it's a stupid rule. If it doesn't go 10, it doesn't go 10. Who cares if you play at it? It is an absolutely stupid rule. But anyway, an absolute gift. 2 points here, and that's probably the game. That will be game, set, match with 4 minutes to go, you would think. Putting the lead out to 8, it is a ridiculous rule. I mean, what difference does it make? If it doesn't go the 10 metres, it doesn't go the 10 metres. Just restart the game. But it's a penalty if the kicking team, if somebody decides to play at the ball from inside the 10. Stupid, stupid rule. If they're going to take away the penalty out in front for the ball not travelling 10 metres, they should remove the penalty for the ball being played at from within the 10 metres. If that's what they want to take out of the game, take it out in all different variations, right? I mean, that's not ridiculous of me to say, is it? From right in front, the penalty goal, it was never going to miss from there. 20 points to 12 now. And South Sydney, with 4 minutes left, I would say home and hosed. And once again, not a single tick of the multi. The Bulldogs, they go short with the restart. They need this back. And it falls for Preston. And Preston goes straight through. They needed that, the Bulldogs. Okay. There is a little flicker of hope. The candle is just staying alight. Curran in midfield. A 6 again. So that will be tackle 1. 3.5 minutes to go. Salmon to Burton. Burton dummies. It almost opens up for him. Tackle 2. 5 out from the line here. The Bulldogs. It must be this set. Curran in at first receiver. And then Marnie at second receiver. Hutchison dummies and cuts back in field. It's tackle 3. Short crash ball to Hughes, and Hughes spills it. That's another huge mistake from the Bulldogs. They've just done themselves in here at the back end of the game, the doggies. 3 minutes to go, and mistakes have just crept into their game. Souths. Mr. Ed's dead. Ahoy, mate. The Bulldogs, just too many mistakes crept into the game there. 2.5 minutes to go. So anyways, chat room, we're all in agreement that I should cash out, right? A $1 bet worth $1,700. They've offered me $850. We're pretty much all in agreement that I should take it, yeah? I just want to make sure. Philip, ahoy there. Is it 1 to 12? Yes, it's 8. Souths, 8 points. 2 minutes to go. 5th and last. Hawkins puts it high on halfway. Taken by Taff. Taff beats the first chaser, but he's wrapped up. 1:30 to go. The Bulldogs have got to go length of the field here. Hutchinson through the hands. Tracy. Crichton gets the offload back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson flicks it out the back. Burton in midfield. They're not going anywhere. $1:20 to go. They're not even at halfway yet here on tackle 3. And Souths, they've got this one. Hutchison out the back. Tracy, an overlap here. Crichton, the sliding defense there of the Rabbitohs. It shifts well. It numbers up. And now Crichton loses the ball. No. Penalty to the Bulldogs for an illegal strip. Crichton taps and goes. Gets the offload to Connor Tracy. And they will surely knock back the opportunity at conversion here. Race back to halfway. 20 points to 16. They have to refuse the kick at goal. Surely. Stephen Crichton. Oh, they're not taking the goal, surely. It's out wide on the right. It's not a gimme conversion. They are surely not. The idea would obviously be to kick the conversion and then have a crack at 2-point field goal. Take one hit up, try and get yourself in range somehow. Oh, they're not. They've taken the shot. Matt Burton's not even going to wait for the kicking tee. He has planted it on the turf. I haven't seen that since the schoolyard days. And he pushes it across the face anyway, and what an absolute waste. That is stupidity, tactically, from the Bulldogs. You don't have to take the shot at conversion. They just wasted 30 seconds there. The idea was obviously to put the conversion over and have a crack at getting yourself in position for a 2-point field goal. I get it. But that was just stupidity to me. You're inside the last minute. They just wasted 20 seconds taking that shot at conversion. 20 seconds is 2 quick play the balls, hit-ups, upfield. He did, James. That's what I was saying. That takes me back to the schoolyard days. They didn't bring the tea out for him. Anyway, Souths, as you would expect, they kick deep. They're only going to have a couple of plays at it here, the Bulldogs, to pull off a miracle. They've got space, I tell you. Oh, Preston, has he put a foot in touch there? Tackle one. 40 out from their own line. They almost created an overlap here. Now they stretch it to the left-hand side. Salmon is caught. This is it. They're on halfway. Tackle two. The last play of the game. Burton from halfway. He puts one of his high looping kicks up. This is the game right there. And Latrell Mitchell takes it. Latrell takes it. And South Sydney win. A frantic last minute of the game. Some poor decision-making and some poor mistakes at the back end there by the Bulldogs. I don't understand for one single second why they decided to take that shot at goal. I really don't understand that call. I mean, they had a full minute. If they knock back that shot at goal, they have a minute on the clock. A minute is enough for basically a full set of six. You can do, if you get quick play the balls away, you can do a full set of six in a minute. They knocked it back. Anyways, Matt Burton didn't even get a kicking tee, for crying out loud. They didn't even bring an actual tee out for him. He was screaming for it. They didn't even bring a kicking tee out for the poor guy. He had to do the old schoolyard heel divot, planted it in the grass to take the conversion attempt. The only thing that would have made it better is if he took his boot off, or somebody took their boot off, because that was something else that we used to do. You'd put the shoe. You'd take your shoes off and you'd put the ball in the shoe and use the shoe as the kicking tee. That was the only thing that was missing. Oh, crazy end to that game. I can't believe they took the shot at goal. You knock it back every day of the week. And the funny thing is, we've already seen that this weekend. We have already seen it happen this weekend, that surely they were paying attention to and going, that was smart. Around the grounds with DJ Shaq, Crusaders leading the Chiefs 22-12. Crusaders, I believe, looking for their first win of the season, yes? Their first win of the season potentially coming up. Oh, crazy stuff. All right, wasted world of sports. Don't forget, coming up later tonight, let me tell you exactly when. Okay, it's 5 o'clock now, so in about an hour and a half, roughly, a little bit more. In about an hour and 45 minutes. An hour, 45 minutes. We will be back for the Broncos Cowboys. Thank you very much for your company. This one, the Rabbitohs jagged the victory, 20 points to 16 against the Bulldogs. It was far from convincing, though, right? Far from convincing. I don't think it's safe. I don't think it's relieving all that much. I mean, obviously a relief for the Bunnies to finally get a win on the board, but it was far from convincing. They've still got a lot of work to do. And some definite, obvious signs of improvement now for the Bulldogs. I think that's safe to say as well. 20 points to 16. Anyway, the Bunnies done it. We'll be back in about an hour and a half for the Broncos versus the Cowboys. I'm going to take your advice. I mean, God bless all of you. I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to cash out that bet. I'm going to take the $850 and I'm going to use some of that on some form of bet for the Broncos-Cowboys game, and we could try and end up at the 1.7K anyway by the end of it all. I think it's fantastic advice. I think it's the smart decision. So we will do that. Very special shout out to the Wasted World of Sports All-Stars. I'll shout you out again at the start of the next game. An hour and a half back here at Wasted World of Sports. Hope to catch you then. Thank you so much for joining me for this one. Been an absolute pleasure as always. Another great game. We've seen some cracking games this season so far. Hopefully another one coming up later tonight. Broncos, Cowboys games are usually red hot. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Wasted World of Sports. I will see you again very, very soon. An hour and a half. Broncos, Cowboys. Catch you then.
World of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack. Ahoy! He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the Wasted World of Sports is.